Hi, I'm Scott Rowett, and this is my sprint review video for the second sprint. Um, First, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not going to be able to show the build working as a packaged build. I'm going to have to show my work in the editor. Um, right now, I'm running into a bug where Windows refuses to let me run packaged builds. So here's the packaged build that I've uploaded to Perforce, GD Pre-Sprint 2. It was originally just titled Windows as the default because it was a test build. Um, but this goes for any packaged build. I can grab builds from somebody like AFK Games who I wanted to do a review for, and it doesn't run on my computer. And I've tried to get it to work. I have it on good faith from my teammates that these builds work on their computers and are functioning fine. And I've gotten one of these builds to work at about 2 FPS on a laptop that's 15 years old. It's the other computer that I own. So that's what I have in terms of ability to show you this working. I can, however, open this in the editor and show the work that I've done. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, and I'm sorry that I'm not able to show you this working correctly, exactly how it needs to be shown. I can make this full screen. Forgetting how to do that exactly, but I can just show it to you here. Um, Here's the level working in the editor. Um, there's a bit of slowdown because again it's the editor. So player is able to move around and jump, which is wonderful. Um, I ended up setting up a few of the metrics that are used for the player, but more importantly, I ended up setting up some of the stat numbers and how they fit together. So to get into a combat situation, to make this clear, let's go to the forest. This has the player moving around and killing enemies. The player has a attack and defense stat as well as a health, max health, armor values that and mana that the player use. Mana recovers somewhat slowly and recovers at a different speed based on your current mana percentage. The more mana you have as a percentage, the faster it recovers. So if I do something like spam like a spell, it's recovering very quickly, but then it starts recovering slower and slower and slower as the value gets smaller until eventually you run out of spells that you can spam and you must go a lot slower. This is to reward the player to be able to measuredly cast magic. In addition, if I kill enemies, I take damage, and that damage goes down from my health bar. Once I hit the correct amount of XP to level up, you'll see my stats increase. My max health increased and my max mana increased. Since my max mana increased, I make my mana come back faster. In addition, I made some metrics so that we can track player speed, and a couple of other things. Currently, right now, those are going unused, but I was able to work on them and track them. For other things that I ended up working on, I ended up setting up the player damage noises for when the player takes damage. The player taking damage noise is dynamic, dependent on the amount of damage taken. In this area, it's hard to see, but if the player were to take more than 10 damage, it plays a unique, different sound to show heavy damage taken rather than the normal damage noise. I also ended up adding some other noises and making them be the case for when the player receives money and when they open things like chests. That's not available to be found in the level as far as I'm aware right now. But in the toy box, sounds for when the player receives coins, and then the player opens chests. And then you've heard the sound that plays when I take a small amount of damage. There's a different sound for when the player takes damage from something like lava, which does more damage. So that's what I contributed for this run. Thank you for your time.